Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elora and I do in-depth collective readings. Welcome if you have been here for a while. Well, the channel hasn't existed for a while, but welcome if you have been here from the start. Welcome back. And the theme and the topic of today's reading is as requested, and I've received one specific request on my channel, as well as I've been receiving many similar requests on Facebook, where I occasionally do free readings, personal readings, and people want to know, what is my purpose? What is my life path? What am I here to do? Now, before we will start the reading, which will have 3 positions, where you're going to have to pick your card and then we're going to expand on that. There will be a time code, or you can watch all 3 if you cannot pick one, and you will find something helpful and something useful in all 3 of them, I believe. But before we go on, I would like to say my perspective on this is that since we're young children, we're never loved unconditionally. We are loved in the only way that our parents know to love us is because that's how they were loved by their parents, and that's what they can give us. And so you're a good child if you behave well, you're a good child if you bring good grades, if you help mommy, you're a good child if you tidy up, you're a good child if you sleep through the night, you're a good child if you know how to share. And so we are taught from the beginning that we are only worthy of love, and we're only worthy of being here if there is something good that we're doing. And good and bad are very relative terms. So then we go on to school, kindergarten and school, and it continues. Who do you want to be when you grow up? What are you going to be doing when you grow up? And that's the question we begin our life with. I have to be someone in order to be accepted, appreciated, valued by the people around me, by the society. But in all actuality, there is no one you have to be except in yourself. There is something that you can choose to do in this life, and it can be absolutely anything. It can be being a school bus driver, it can be being a janitor, it can be a secretary, it can be a banker, it can be a doctor, you can be a vet. You can do all those things, but this is not who you are. This is what you do, and that the question is faulty from the start. When we are asked in school by the teachers or by our parents, who do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be me. I don't need to be anyone. I can do things, but those things can also change throughout life, depending on where we are in life, what we feel like doing, what our mental, physical capabilities at that moment. And people start things late in life. People start completely different careers, and they take courses or degrees at the age of 50, 60, and even 70. And so you can continue being you, and all the things that we do are just an addition to that. They're just options of what is it that you can do in life. And the whole confusion lately, especially, it became very trendy. I will help you find your purpose in life. Your purpose in life is just being here. Life in itself has no meaning. Life is wasteful. Look at the fruit tree, the way it simply grows, and how the apples or mangoes or whatever the fruits are ripen from the flower, ripen into the fruit, and then fall down on the ground and rot away. What is the purpose of that? Except for the apple to then become fertilizer for the soil, or the seeds of the apple then grow into another tree. Life is just that. It's a cycle of death and birth. Purpose of life is creation. So our purpose here is to create ourselves the way we want to see us. You create your life the way you want it to be. You are the creator of your life. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. And when you're done doing that, you can recreate yourself anew. You recreate your life anew. And it will have as much meaning as you will give to it. And the point as well is not what you're doing and what we're doing, but how. What is it that we're feeling when we're doing it? If you dreamt to be a banker because that's what you thought you wanted to do, and then when you got the job and you've been doing it for 5 years, it becomes so monotone, so automatic, and you're no longer there, then it defeats the point. The point is to be here now, alive, and feeling everything deeply. What do the animals do? They don't wake up in the morning asking themselves, what is my purpose? What am I here for? They're just alive. They're feeling everything that happens right there. They're hungry, they eat. They enjoy their swim in the river or the lake. They roll on the ground, they enjoy the grass, they run around and they play and they hunt and they sleep. And that's the meaning of life, is just to be alive. And when we allow ourselves to be right here, right now, in this moment, completely present, not stuck in our heads, when we open our hearts and feel the need to find something, a reason to be here, a purpose without which we feel empty, cease to exist. It disappears because it becomes very obvious that the only purpose of us to be here is to be right here, right now. And sometimes we try to find more complicated ways of justifying our lives and trying to find self-worth that we lost somewhere during the childhood, because as a baby we're born here and we never question, why am I here? I'm probably worthless. The baby has no thoughts of such. It comes later on when you're being compared to someone. Look, your friend does all that homework and she's so good at school and she helps her mom and she walks the dogs. What do you do? And then slowly we start questioning our worthiness. We start questioning, well, why am I here then? And then I need to find something to do and become useful. And there are people that have chosen a very difficult, powerful, and life-changing for themselves and for everyone path to their waymakers, they're lifesavers, but they're doing it simply because they cannot be anybody else. That's what they want to do. That's what they're driven to do. So it doesn't mean that all of us need to go out and save the world, because the world will be a complete mess if every single one would go out and try to save the world. Some of us are simply to be mothers. Some of us are simply to be bankers. Some of us are simply to... The point is, no matter what you do, find the joy in whatever it is you're doing. Because if you connect to that part of you that is beyond the physical, you will always feel deeply alive, deeply in tune with life. And it wouldn't matter whether you're a truck driver or whether you're a famous basketball player or a singer that everyone adores. Because even people that have their past that they're set on, question sometimes, am I doing something that matters? And none of this matters. None of it matters. It only matters at the end of your life. You're going to turn back and think and question, how did I feel while living here? Not so much what I did, but was I happy? Did I give love? Did I feel loved? Did I love myself? So those are the main things to remember. And then we can discover what is it that you would like to do and what is it that would make you feel happy, fulfilled. As well as the question is, why are we looking for that purpose? Is it because we're trying to fill up some gap where we feel like without the purpose we are useless? Is it because someone told us that we need to have a purpose? So we need to find out, is it simply something that you're trying to discover what should I do? Can I be of service somehow to people? And why do I want to be of service to people? So all these questions need to be asked first. And then we can find out what is the best way for you and what is the path for you. But we often avoid the daily routine, mundane things, thinking that this is not the path. Your life is your path. It's impossible to miss your path. It's impossible to get lost. Even the detours, even when we think we screwed up, even the mistakes, the mountain is the way. We don't have to go around the mountain. The obstacles on your way are the way. The difficulties on your path, the detours are the path. We're here to experience the physical reality in all its contrasts. Pain and love and grief and joy and sorrow, all of it is simply to be experienced. And once we allow ourselves to do that, our life changes, and then from there we can find the things that we truly enjoy doing without putting too much responsibility or too much weight on it, by thinking that I will find my path and then I will be complete. I will find my life partner and then I will be complete. Okay, that was a long intro. There will be a time code, so obviously you can skip your time to your chosen position, and you don't have to listen to my long blubbering about what I think. So now we're going to uncross our legs and cross our arms so that we can receive information clearly. Please focus exactly on the question we're asking, because if you're thinking about something else and you miss the part where we talk about whether this is where you are right now, to identify if this is your reading, then you might end up feeling like you have no idea what I'm talking about and you waste your time. So the question for today reading is finding your path, finding your soul purpose. What is the best? What is it that you supposed to be doing in this lifetime? What is your path? Position number 1, position number 2, and position number 3. Pick your card. I'm going to give you a minute. You can pause this video as well. And we're going to move these two to the side. Position number 1. What is your life path? You're still looking. Let's expand a little more on that. What is your life path? Position number 2. You are looking and trying to discover. You're asking questions. You're pondering, you're wondering. What is your life path? Position number 1. Position number 1, you are a very energy sensitive, intuitive person, a person that has a heart the size of planet Earth, a person that is always there for your friends, for your family. You're always ready to listen, you're compassionate, you're kind, you're gentle, you're empathic. So whenever someone is in trouble, you're there to help them, and this is something that you could make into the work of your life. Here can be hypnotherapists, therapists, all kinds of therapists, psychologists, here can be also counselors, coaches, healers, energy workers, anything that have nurses, probably caretakers, mothers even. Like this need and ability that you have, a natural gift for empathy and feeling deeply what other people are feeling and wanting to be there for them and help them out of those hard moments is something that you could make into your work. So working with childhood traumas, working with children, childhood, so you could be a therapist for children, anything to do where you help people come out of those hard moments in their life, where you can support them. So whatever you feel driven to, you can expand on that and find out for yourself what is it exactly that you would like to do. Okay, so the next question is, right now, and I said that already, there are no wrong ways or roads to take, but where are you at right now in relation to this possibility of life work that you could do? Are you on the way? Are you on the right track? Where are you at right now in relation to what we just said about the possibilities that are laid in front of you for and choices for your life work? So this is something that is there, but it still needs to be developed. You still need to choose what is it you're going to be doing. Reading tarot, doing astrology, counseling, coaching, healing. So take a course. You have to start learning something. Pick one thing and go for it. No one will be able to tell you which one. And sometimes we have to do more than one, because then they come together as multiple tools. You can do breath work and learn different breath work techniques. You can facilitate group workshops and do hypnotherapy, help people release their old dysfunctional programs. You can be a meditation teacher, anything where you deal with people and feel like you are helping them through their hard times. So are you on the right track right now? Where are you at right now? Position number 1. Yes, you are on the right track right now. You are actually soul searching, you are actually developing your gifts, your intuition, and you have a lot of gifts that you could share with the world. You have a lot of talents. You have very powerful, as I said, intuition already. You feel deeply and people trust you because you hold no judgment. You're open to the world and the world opens up to you. You have this motherly kind of energy about you. You also possibly have some powerful, it could be clear senses, healing abilities, but at the moment you are really going deep within and digging to find out what are your strengths. And it's like you are in this gestation period where you're swelling up like the body does when we're pregnant with all the ideas and all the possibilities, then for them to come out into the world and into the physical. So you are on the right path. You're accumulating in all these ideas, all these possibilities, so that then you can give birth to one of you. And so really look into all sort of options, courses. Maybe you already studied, maybe you have studied, maybe if you have studied you can add a few, because there's always new options in the field of therapy, self-help, or meditation, or any of these things where we work with people to help them grow, evolve, and transform. So all of this will be good for you, where you can feel into the person, what they feel and what they need, and then help them and guide them through that. So position number 1, that was whether you are on the right track at the moment. What can help you? Who or what can help you in this search, in this process of searching and developing and looking into what could be your life's work? Who or what can help you crystallize these ideas into reality and find your path and find your way and find your life's work? Who or what can help you? No one specifically needs to help you. All you have to do is really, you already have, as we can see here again, very strong, compassionate, big, empathic heart and the need to help people. So all you have to do is let go of the need to try and find your answers in the external world, because all the answers and all the possibilities exist within you. You are the creator of your life, so just choose what is it that you want to do and feel into it. What makes you lit up? What lights you up? What fulfills you? What gives you that joy? And try it on like dresses. What if I would be like really into human design, astrology? Would you imagine yourself giving tarot readings every day professionally? Or maybe you could read about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming techniques, or talk therapy, or working with children. There's so many courses out there right now. Or even end-of-life doula. Maybe you would want to work with in palliative care. Maybe you want to become a nurse. It will all depend on where you live and what are your abilities. So you have so much opportunities, so many ideas, that you sort of kind of holding on to all of them without knowing which one should I go for, which one is right. There is no such thing as the right idea, the right path. All of those things you can try separately and take this course and then that course, and then combine all of it together into something really amazing. And it can be done step by step. So you could take one course and start doing the work, and then when you feel that you need more tools, then you go ahead and learn something else while you're already practicing what you know. So don't get stuck on what is it should I be doing. Rather, try to discover, check in with yourself internally. What will make me happy? What would I love to do? The other good question we can ask ourselves is, who did you want to be, or what did you want to do when you were a child? So let's say you wanted to be a vet. Then you ask yourself a question, why did I want to be a vet? Because I wanted to help animals, because I love animals, because I like working with animals, I want to be next to animals. So then you, now possibly if it's too late in life to become a vet, unless it's not, you find another way of being with animals. You can open up an animal shelter. Or if you wanted to be, who did I want to be as a child and why? What feeling was I looking for when I wanted to be that? Let's say I wanted to be a teacher, a school teacher. Now that I'm 38, 40 or whatever, I don't want to be a school teacher anymore. I won't even have the time to study. But why did I want to be a teacher as a child? Because I liked teaching, or because I liked delivering, I had so much to share, or because I liked when people listened to me and I like talking. So then you can discover the things that you could do where you can talk and share your knowledge with people. What is it that I know? What is it that I can share with people? You can open up a YouTube channel where you share your wisdom, the difficulties that you overcame in life, and give tips to people. You can be a coach, obviously, and so on. So that would be helpful for you as well. Going back to your childhood and finding out what is it that you wanted to do as a child and why, and how can it be applied to you today. What is the feeling that you were looking for, or the feeling that was giving you the idea of being a vet? You wanted to be helpful to the animals, so find a way today to be helpful to the animals. You wanted to be a teacher so that you can talk and teach. Find a way today to talk and teach, or guide. Okay, so a message before we close position number 1. A message for you on this journey. A message for you on this self-search. What is the message for you? Something that you really need to know. This deck is 150 something cards and is extremely hard to shuffle as a one piece. So, the message for you, position number 1, on your search for your life work. What is it that you need to know? Advice. Unfortunately, we live in the world that poisons our minds, as I said earlier, by constantly bombarding us with wrong ideas and programmings that sometimes we don't even realize that unconsciously become constantly active programs within our psyche. So you have to release the poison that you've taken in from the world. Let go of the fear of not having a value, or being no one, or having to have a purpose, because that is not the case. You are already worthy, you already deserve to be loved and to be here simply because you are here. Even if you did nothing with your life, but you just stayed living in the forest, on top of the mountain, growing your own fruits and vegetables, and enjoying the sunshine, the rain, and the snow, and seeing the animals passing by, and just living every moment, this is already more than enough. Now, if you want to add on something or give something back to the world or be of service to people, you can. But first you have to detoxify from that poisonous ideas and beliefs that we have to be someone other than ourselves, that we have to find something special, that we have to be someone special in order to be loved and appreciated. That is not the case. So when you will release those poisonous, toxic ideas and beliefs from your body, from your mind, from your psyche, then you will be able to find your life work. And it could be something, as I said, helping people to go through their hardships. It could be also, there are many people are now working with environment, right? So you could be helping the next generation, the children that were living here in all the mess that we left behind. You could be working as an environmentalist. Anything that feeds into your compassionate, big, loving, giving heart, where you feel like, I love doing this, this brings joy to me. And once you find something that you love to do, it will be easy and it will be natural and it will be flowing. You won't have to try and fight to prove yourself, to prove your worthiness. It will be as simple as, as breathing. It will be an easy thing. Another thing to do is to ground. Go into the nature, spend more time in the nature, in the park. If you have a garden, if you live in the city, go to the park, or maybe drive 30, 40 minutes or 1 hour away and spend some time in nature. Just connecting to nature brings us back home to who we are, brings us into the present moment, where the need to be somebody, the need to prove to the world that I'm worthy, disappears, and then you can truly feel what your heart desires. Okay, so whatever makes you feel that you're helping people, that you're giving back to people, that you are supporting people, because you have a very big and kind and generous heart, this is the way forward for you, position number 1. So look into options and possibilities for you. We're going to put this aside, and now position number 2. What is your life purpose? What is your life work? Where are you at right now in relation to your life's purpose and your life's work? The Wheel of Fortune, you could basically do anything your heart desires. So, position number 1, what is your life's purpose and where are you at right now? Some of us born with specific missions, and we know it. And that doesn't mean that every single one of us need to do that. As I mentioned earlier, if all of us would be saving the world, what would be happening to the rest? If everybody would be saving the world, we would simply destroy it. Who would be raising children? Who would be growing food? There will not be no world left if we all would be saving it. So some of us are born with specific missions. So what is your life purpose? What is your destiny? Where are you at right now? Position number 2. Position number 2. You are You could do anything and you could be very successful at whatever it is that you do. And it doesn't really specifically matter what. Because anything you would put your hands on would grow and transform. But you don't see it at the moment. Probably because you could be in a family. I don't know who's watching me. Mainly I assume women, but if men are watching me as well, then you are either just a provider for, not just. Sometimes we feel that way. I'm only a provider, but I'm not living my life purpose. Maybe I could do more. Or if you are a housewife and you're raising children, maybe you feel like what I'm doing is useless. Maybe that is why you're looking for, yes, you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to do and you don't know what is it that you should be doing. So if you are currently raising children, please know that that in itself is the most important job in the world, because the responsibility it takes to raise a decent human being that will go on into the world healing instead of destroying, loving instead of hurting, is so huge. As mothers, we are often misunderstood, unappreciated, and asked, well, you're a mom now, what else are you doing? Do you know how much energy it takes to raise a mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy child? Do you know how much it takes, how much fears, struggles, responsibilities that we have on our shoulders? I'm thinking every day that everything I say and everything I do, my child will pick up and then bring into the world. People don't realize how much it takes to raise a child, how much it takes out of you. So at the moment, if you're raising children, give yourself some time, but at the same time, you can start looking into what is it that you want to do, not what is it that you're supposed to be doing, because anything, you could do anything, absolutely anything, and whatever you put your hands on will turn into gold. You will be successful at whatever it is that you want to be doing. You just have to really find out for yourself what is it that you'd like to do. And be patient with yourself while you're doing it. Okay, let's expand a little more. What are your talents? What are your special qualities that you have and abilities that could help us identify, help you identify where you should start looking or where you can start looking? What, something else about your purpose? Take a course. Take a course. Yes, at the moment you're bored and you're disappointed because all you're doing is basically family. You don't see yourself in the family, and it's normal. We have to lose ourselves sometimes and leave who we are and leave what we were doing in order to bring up our children. At the age of, I started doing the things that I wanted to do when my daughter turned 5, when she could wipe her own butt, where she could go to the toilet and didn't scream, "Mommy, come and help me clean my butt." I knew that I had the freedom to start doing what I need to be doing. So be patient with yourself, and it can be boring, I know. And it also can be very toxic because the world tells us, well, you're just a mother. And some women go and they run crazy marathons. They're mothers, they work, and they're also wives, and they clean, and they cook, and they work out, but that doesn't have to be you. Not everybody has the same energetic resources. Not everybody is the same. I would honestly prefer to do one thing and do it properly, and then when I feel that my child doesn't need me as much and I could have 5-6 hours to myself a day, then I will start looking. But take a course. Find out what is it that you would like to learn. Again, it could be something to do with helping people dealing with their past, walking away from unhealthy relationships. So again, counselors, therapists, coaches, tarot practitioners, human design readers, art therapy, yoga, any sort of healing modalities where you help people leave the past in the past, breath work, meditation teachers. Just start looking into what is it that you would like to do. What is it that resonates with you? What is it that makes your heart start jumping up and down? And as I said, to position number 1, the good thing to do is to ask yourself, what did I want to do when I was a child? If you wanted to be a doctor, why did I want to be a doctor? I wanted to save lives. I wanted to help people. So how can I save lives today? Can I somehow volunteer for, I don't know, orphanages? Can I take a course and become a nurse because it doesn't take as long? Can I be a therapist that helps people working with addictions? Because here, this could also mean walking away from addictions. So can I use hypnosis, for instance, or anything else, any other techniques to work with people who are addicted, with anorexics, with bulimics? Can I become a therapist? So learn something. Now is the time for you to take a course, and learn something new. Now, if your children are old enough, you can start learning what or who or what can help you. Position number 2, to discover your life's work and what is it that you would like to be doing, what will fill you up with joy. We don't ask ourselves what the world wants from us or who I should be. You ask yourself, what does my heart want? Who did I want to be as a child and why? And then what was the feeling that I was looking for? And then finding a way to live that feeling through something else, because sometimes we wanted to be cosmonauts, but you know, if you're 35, it's a bit too late to start the training now. So why did I want to be a cosmonaut? What was my idea behind it? Did I want to discover something new? Did I want to, I don't know, see the stars? And so then you do astrology and see how people's lives are very closely connected to their birth charts and all those kind of things. So who or what can help you on your way to discovering your life's work? Position number 2. Yes, we know that at the moment you really don't see the opportunities, you really don't see what could it be, but it will come to you, and it will come really quickly. Some transformation will happen, like very quick, swift change. Something will happen that you don't even have to do anything. It will come to you. At the moment, all you have to do is actually allow yourself to stay open, but it will come to you. And it will be something so life-changing, so different from what you have right now. And it might somehow come from your family. Maybe someone will come up and say, hey, why don't you do this? Or it could be some sort of inherited gifts or abilities that you already have that will awaken, and it will be a really big change. Okay, let's have a look. Who or what can help you on your way of finding your life's work? Let's clarify a bit more. Yes, you're looking right now. You are looking right now. It will definitely come and it will definitely happen. Who is the emperor here? So at the moment you feel like all the responsibilities for the family is on you because of the sort of job the job that your husband has, where obviously you are he's the main provider and you are the one taking care of the family. And it's something that you will move away from. These dynamics will change because obviously children are growing, you will have more time, and just follow the call of your heart. So start slowly looking into things, but then know that it will come to you, it will find you. Something will happen really swiftly and quickly, and it will just almost over like a few days of go back to your childhood and remember your dreams. Who did you want to be and why? And then the why will be your answer. So astrology also, very possible. Astrological charts, birth charts, and death, birth, all the same thing. So something will come to you, and you from a place you won't even expect. Your family dynamics will change, and the moment you're not in a very good place because you feel like it's unfair that you don't get to do the things that you really want to do, but you will. So maybe take an astrology course if that's something that you're interested in, because those things can be learned online. Start with buying some books, researching what are the best things. Oh, sorry, I haven't noticed that this was completely off. Let's move it a bit higher up. Excuse me. And go back to either what were your dreams when you were a child, or this could literally means astrology. Yeah, go back to your dreams when you were a child. What did you want to do? Start asking yourself questions, go back into the past, and that's where you will find your answers. And at the moment, yes, your husband is the main provider, and so all the responsibilities for the family are lying on your shoulders, but it will change, and it will change very quickly. So the moment you will start looking and find a way, you don't have to, go to the university and leave your kids so that your husband looks after them. It can be an online course that you can do after the kids go to bed. It could be an online course you can do while they're napping or while they're asleep. And so things will change once you allow yourself to see other possibilities and opportunities. So if at the moment you feel like, well, I don't have any time because the family is on me, if you really want to do something, you will find the time and you will make the time. Okay. Advice for you, position number 2. Advice for you on your journey. Remember, it's a journey, it's not a destination. We don't have a goal here. The only purpose of life is to be alive. Everything else is just an addition to it. So if you want to find something that makes you happy, that feels like you are doing something for you, that makes you more you, that brings you back to yourself, that adds on to the person that you want to be, then by all means do it. But don't look for the confirmation or validation of it out in the world. Do what you do and release it out there. So, advice for you on your journey of searching for your life's work. As I said already, you don't have to do much, just allow things to come your way. You can start looking into possibilities, asking yourself the questions, as I said earlier, on who is it that you wanted to be, what is it that you wanted to do when you were a child, what is it that you enjoyed doing, what were your dreams, what were your aspirations, what were your plans, and then from there, start deepening, but it will happen very fast. So you will receive a message, a proposition, something will come your way, and you from a place that you won't even expect. And then it will really take you by surprise. It would be like today you were feeling, I don't know what to do with my life, who am I and what am I meant to be doing? And tomorrow it will suddenly all change. So let go of the rigidity, let go of open yourself up to possibilities, because when we do allow ourselves to know that things can come anytime from anywhere, we open ourselves to those possibilities. So it doesn't have to be the way you think it has to be. It doesn't have to be that square. So let go of that, oh, I cannot do this, my husband's always working, I don't have enough time, I'm the one who's dealing with the family, he's so busy. Let go of that. It will come. You just have to open the door by allowing the flow of life to come in. Not everything has to be structured in such a perfect way. Not everything is the way we imagine it to be. So keep an open mind, and what's supposed to come will come, and it will reveal itself when the time is right. And try to have a broader perspective. So again, look at it, the situation, step back a little bit. When we do painting, oil painting on canvas, and we're painting all the details, at some point the painting starts looking like a mess and you're not even sure anymore what's what. So then we are always invited to step back and further back, and then you can see a bigger picture. So right now you're like digging really into that. I don't know, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, I don't have the possibilities, I don't even know. Open yourself up. Like the eagles do when they fly and look for prey. They go really high above so they can see more. And it's like that with everything in life. We have to step back a little to see a bigger picture. So open yourself up, give it a rest, allow yourself to just trust and know that it will come. You do your work as research and opening yourself to the possibilities that are out there waiting to be welcomed. And then keep an open mind, keep a positive mind, and have your perception broaden a little bit. So, because if we are very rigid in our thinking, then whatever things could come. You know how sometimes you walk into the room looking for your wallet and you absolutely can't see it because it just doesn't exist for you, and then another person walks in and suddenly boom, it's right there, and you go, no, it wasn't there, I just looked there, but it was always there, you just could not see it because the way you were looking at it or where you were looking was so narrow focus that you couldn't see anything else, and in your reality it didn't exist until it did. So that's the advice here. Open yourself up to different perspectives and possibilities and doing things differently. We don't have to have our children leave home and grow up fully and completely for us to start doing something. Take a course. That was made very clearly on something. Take a course on whatever it is you want to do. Astrology, your childhood dreams. Position number 3. Your life purpose, your life work. What is it? And where are you at on the way? This could be teaching, sharing your knowledge, could be a spiritual teacher, guru, writer, sharing your wisdom, sharing your light with the world, sharing your knowledge, guiding other people. Position number 3, your life's work, your life's purpose. What is it? Let's have a look. Position number 3. Yes. Position number 3, your life purpose, or you could do very well with teaching, with sharing your wisdom with people. And how you gain that wisdom in life is actually by going out, making choices, not always right choices. Sometimes getting hurt through making those choices. Basically going out and experiencing life, all the ups and all the downs, and then through experiencing it and living it, you gain the wisdom of knowing. But at the moment you don't see it. It's like a human design 3 and 5. So the 5 are the ones that go out, try new things because they can't live any otherwise. I'm not a human design reader, but I just know some basics, very, very basics. So please don't throw rocks at me. And they hurt themselves, they fall down and they get up, and that's how they gain wisdom. By going out and experiencing it, by ending up in a situation where it feels like there is no way out, by having your heart broken, by being traumatized and then getting out of it and finding yourself again. And through that experience, being able to then illuminate the path of others, as well as at the moment, right now, there was something that happened in your relationships that has made you or pushed you to start asking those questions. What is it that I'm meant to be doing? What is it that would make my heart sing? What is it that I'm here for? So if you lost yourself in the relationships because you were also, like most of us, watched Cinderella's in childhood thinking that, I will find the love of my life and everything will be sorted. If that was your belief, and we all have that somehow in our subconscious mind, and then that turned out to be not to be the case, at the moment you are soul searching, but you have a very strong predisposition to be teaching and sharing your wisdom with people, and you can do that through social platforms, writing books, writing poetry, counseling, Many things. At the moment you are searching and trying to figure out, but also it's in your nature to go out and destroy yourself slightly so that you can experience how it feels and then be able to share it with other people. So, what else? What else? Position number 3. Where are you at right now? And what are your gifts? Position number 3. First of all, at the moment there is this still dynamics of being affected by the relationships that possibly have ended and still being entangled in that. But you are making small steps towards finding yourself, finding what is it that you are here to do, and that what is it what you would like to do. What gifts do you have to birth into the world? You have a very powerful, it's like you're connected to this, as I said here earlier with the Hierophant. You're connected here to the universal, people can call it Akashic records, to the knowing that comes from being connected straight to the collective consciousness, to the universal knowledge. And so you receive information, some things you simply know. You have this wisdom that is bubbling and building up within you, ready to come out into the world and be shared. And so you're slowly now starting to take some steps and looking into what is it that I can actually do, what is it that I should do with it. And there are many things. So literally you could write, if you like to write, start writing books. You can have a website where you write articles, a blog, whatever it is that you're interested in. And you use your personal experience in life, your highs and your lows, to share with people, and how you came out of it, and how much stronger and wiser, and what nuggets of gold you found on the way while you struggled, and how downs are never really what we experience, what we believe them to be. There's no such thing as negative situations, because we need to see a broader, bigger perspective in order to say that the bad situation was bad. Because if we look at the bigger picture and we step back, we can see how that experience has completely made me turn and take completely different road, and made me stronger, made me wiser. How that, let's say, train that I couldn't take because I lost my passport has lately crashed, and I was spared my life. So we don't always know what things mean, and you are one of the people that go out, experience it, fall down, get up, dust yourself off, and then make it into your strengths. And this is what you're here to share with people. So find a way, writing, blogging, so many ways right now. What can help you, position number 3? Who or what can help you on your way of discovering and coming closer and birthing your life's work? What or who can help you on your journey to finding and discovering your life's work? Let's clarify this. Your father. Let's have a look a little more. What is it talking about here exactly? So it was your father, the relationships with your father, something happened at the beginning we saw there. There were not love relationships. Something happened with your father where you felt betrayed and your heart was broken. It was either falling out, some sort of conflict that left you feeling like you were a black sheep, or you were that you didn't belong to the family, and you're still holding on to it right now. You're still holding on to it right now, and while you're holding these two things, at the moment, this is what have pushed you out and to start looking and soul searching, as well as feeling alone. But remember what I said earlier, all these experiences and the way you live through them are the experiences that you later on can use as wisdom to share with the world. So right now you really feel like you don't know what to do and where to go, you don't see a way out. But all of this that is happening is to make you stronger, is to remind you that you can stand on your own. And sometimes the hardest test in life, the hardest test for us, and how we trust ourselves, and the hardest test for us to choose ourselves, is when our own families turn their backs on us, unless we are changing and adjusting in order for them to accept us. So whatever is happening right now with your father and your relationships between you, it looks like it was not just an argument, but a massive falling out. And so this has shaken you so deeply, and that is what is awakening right now. Your soul searching, your questions for what is it that I should be doing. Okay, let's have a look a little more. So what is it that you're here to do? What can help you on this journey? Obviously you will have to process this, whatever has happened, that has sort of made you frozen a little bit and detached from the world. But as I said, you will deal with it and it will make you stronger. This was a fate. This was a destiny. This, when painful experience happened that forced us out of our countries, out of our family homes, out of our nests, we can take it literally as my parents were assholes, or toxic parenting, or I'm a black sheep, or we can see it on the level of the soul. I am being pushed out into the world because there is a bigger things that I can achieve. This was something that will make me stronger. Once again, human design, the 5 in the human design is going out, hurting yourself, falling down, dusting yourself off, and then using this experience, and you will be able to guide people, to be their light. The light that you need for yourself right now, you will be able to give it to people because of all the life experiences that you are going through. So a little bit more about what is it that you are here to do, what could be your life's work, what is this situation with your father given to you for, maybe. Let's have a look at that. This situation with your father, what is it given to you for? so you can leave, so you can get up, wake up, to wake you up, to shake you up, so that you can leave the unhealthy dynamics behind. But the unhealthy dynamics themselves are there as a trigger to push you out, to go out into the world. It's something that is a big emotional turmoil, but at the same time it's something that draws you more in. It's a big transformation for you, where you are invited to expand your views, expand your knowledge, expand your environment, go out into the world and start doing that which you came here to do. Okay, let's have a look a little more here. Yes. You have been treated unfairly, and it has hurt the person that you loved, and your mother also. But it has been done so that you can follow your dreams. So now everything has been taken away from you. It's like you're literally being pushed out of your family, so that you can go out and discover your strengths and find your own power, stand in your power, and realize that you are the creator of your life. So all of this situation that is happening for you right now with your family falling out is pushing you out of your comfort zone, of your limitations, so that you can take this opportunity, take this chance to go get stronger. So asking yourself also, position number 3, I said it for previous 2 positions, who did I want to be, what did I want to do when I was a child, what were my dreams, what were my aspirations, and why. So if you wanted to be a teacher, why did you want to be a teacher? Because I liked when others sat there in front of me and I was telling them what to do and they listened. So maybe you, if you have a job at the moment but you're not happy to be an assistant, then you have to either change jobs or go come up with some projects that you can present so you can have a raise to be at a managing position. If you wanted to be a teacher because you like to teach, and here we saw that you have a lot of wisdom to share, then finding ways, what you can write about your life, memoirs, blog, support for people that have went through childhood abuse, people that have felt that they didn't belong. So find a way to be the guiding light for those who need it. Ask yourself questions. What did I want to do when I was a child, and how can I do it now? What is that feeling that was given it, what I was getting as a child from wanting to be that? And then finding a way to share your wisdom with the world today. So taking all your experiences, the good and the bad, and allowing them to make you stronger. You're literally being pushed out, thrown out of your comfort environment and into the world, so you can get out of your nest, so you can stop waiting, because the time for you has come to share your wisdom with the world. Advice for you, position number 3, on this tough journey, in this hard situation. But we're never given more than we can handle. Again, here can be therapists, counselors, coaches, spiritual teachers, meditation teachers. So if you need to take a course, take a course. If you already have what you need, just go out and start sharing it with the world. Advice for you, position number 3. Well, exactly what I'm saying. You have so much strength and the life is literally pushing you to your limits so that you can realize that the limits that were there were simply put on us by ourselves, by us, or by our parents, or by the world. So you stand out of the crowd. You are, if this is the crowd, then this is you. And the crowd will follow and the crowd will listen. You are there to be the way maker. You are there to go and, as I said, destroy yourself and recreate yourself anew, heal yourself, and then share it with the world. You're like Jeanne d'Arc, or all the people that have made big progress and made first steps, Nelson Mandela, and anyone who has stepped out of the crowd and say, I will do it, I know how to do it, I've done it, I have experience in doing it, and I have went through it and I came out on the other side. And I know, and I will teach you and I will help you. So it's literally dying of the old ways where there is nothing left for you behind in your family. You've been thrown out of there by life. Allow that version of yourself to die. Big changes are coming for you, and you are to embrace them. Know that the pain that you're experiencing now, the struggles you're experiencing now are there to make you stronger, to give you wisdom, to lessons have to be taken out from here to make you wiser, stronger, so that you can once again go out and share that wisdom, to be that guiding light, to be that guru, to be that teacher for those who need it. And unfortunately, maybe there are no teachers for you there to guide you, but that's simply because you are one. And on your way to become one, you have to go through fire and water and God knows what. And that is how we become tougher. That is the forming of who you're meant to be that is happening right now for you. Okay, position number 3. This became longer than any 2 other positions, but the cards deliver what they have to deliver. Thank you for being here, for everyone. And as I said, some of us were born with a mission, and some of us have a choice to be whoever we want to be and create our lives. And I believe that we decide all these things for ourselves before we come into physical bodies. As souls, reincarnating over and over again, we choose what is it that I'm going to be doing in this lifetime. If there's something big that you choose to do, then you will find it and life will push you out of your limits and you will know. If there is nothing specific that you came here to do or change the world except for being yourself, which is massive already, being yourself genuinely, openly, honestly, and enjoying life, there is nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing that's very hard to do. It's so hard to just be. So many things that come up when we just allow ourselves to be. When we stop asking or answering questions of other people. So you have your child is 8 now. What are you going to do? Nothing. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to sip my coffee and listen to the birds singing in the morning and read some cards and give some sessions. Or maybe I will do nothing at all. I'll spend 2 years sitting on the bench like Eckhart Tolle did when he became enlightened, and then he went homeless. He lost everything, but he spent sitting on the bench the most blissful years of his life. And then he became a spiritual teacher. Some wisdom started coming through and he felt like he needed to begin writing books, and then he started speaking. So find your way to deliver your wisdom. This is the toughening up process that's happening to you right now, the gathering of the wisdom, of the experience that you can transmute into cold to propel you forward, to become fuel for you to move to where you're meant to go. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. This was Laura. Have a lovely day, and I hope this helps.